Afterwards,
Hold on a second. I forgot to turn the microphones on.
oh, so we haven't been talking.
We've been talking to ourselves. Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's my first time. I don't remember my buttons. I'm the TM. Welcome to Pact Tactics and our fancy new theme where you gotta hit the buttons in order to talk. Just doesn't happen when you change the channel. I'm the DM and I know what I'm doing. I'm joined by Brian, Amy, and Mr. Mason. If you like our stuff, please find and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You email us at pactactics@gmail.com. That's pact with a T. So to jump into the story, we were having Mason review the week last week. So if you could just start that over again and go.
Right, let me find my place. Okay.
Become
So,
another person.
Greg busted a hole in the wall of the inn where the pirates of the revelry were trying to keep Punchline until the next morning, and then did what Nookie hates for him to do, and he went out and he was very loud. Managed to aggro and kite all the pirates, most of the pirates from around the building. One of which was able to summon a water elemental, which is just like, okay, that kind of came out of nowhere. But Greg distracted them so that Hagatha and Nookie could escape via invisibility spell away from the docks and such. And we also found out that Ugg views murder as being just light distraction, as he proceeded to grapple a guy and stab another guy with his spear. It was just a lot going on. So those two managed to escape off to the west, because north was south, so east was west. To the west of the city, while Greg ran for the docks, managed to not break the guy's concentration who was controlling the water elemental, and escaped into the sea, and then swam and met up with everyone outside of town, where they hunkered down, built a little bunker underground, and somehow miraculously happened to find the lost treasure of the first king, of the first Plank King. So we got a nice dancing scimitar out of that before we were finally rescued, got out of there, and proceeded on the 8-hour flight back to the collective via the long way through space and time. Upon arrival, we had a brief issue with customs, who, in addition to wanting to know if we had any fruit to declare, wanted to also know all the magical items we had to declare. And that was a fun little fiasco, but we managed to get through it without too much paperwork. And just as we were all settling back in, a knocking and a tapping came to our door.
Not our door. You're fine. Knock on my door.
And that pretty much brings us up to date, I believe.
Right. So we pick up with back with the doctor, Nith'Thar. Yes, I do need your help specifically, as in you and your team, Master Nookie, is it?
Yeah, you can call me that.
All right, Master Nookie. If you could please carouse your crew.
Yeah,
More like
not
hope.
a problem. Um, I go and knock on Hagatha's door.
Ah. What's up?
Gotta go.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, Oog.
But
Got another mission, it sounds like.
he puts his arms around your neck and he kind of ties them, and he just kind of lets you drag him like a cape.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oog, if you can hold on like that, you can just go back to sleep.
Already sleeping.
Oh, he's so freaking cute.
I'll head over to Greg's door and pound on the door.
Is Greg even like near our room?
He's in his room.
Yeah, he's
I
got
wasn't
things on.
sure. Like we had the common area, and I didn't know if Greg had his own.
Yeah, he's got his own space.
Ah, okay.
Door opens and you hear Skater Boy blaring in the background.
He wasn't scared.
Yes.
You know what? That makes sense. Yep. We gotta go.
Do we have a mission already?
Yeah.
Usually they give 48 hours between missions.
I sat down for 2 seconds, and then some doctor showed up.
All right, I'll be right out. Let me finish up the what I was working on. Should only take a minute, and I'll be right there.
Yeah. Take your time, Skater Boy. I
Oh,
walk
are you
away.
a fan?
I don't even respond. I just keep walking away.
Disappear back in, finish up some of the circuitry I was working on, and then head back out.
Nice to see you all there, Dr. Nith'Thar here. Please join me.
Do I know Dr. Nith'Thar?
Roll history, see if you heard of him. If you remember him. I was just about to say that.
I was like, feel like this should be a name I would know. Come on, channel the spirit of Mersu. I didn't channel the spirit of Mersu. 10?
10, that's enough. You've been around a while. Dr. Nith'Thar is a high-level, kind of a magical scientist. He heads a team that, best way to describe it, heads a team that when an unknown magic or source or something exceptionally powerful or exceptionally rare, usually on like the mythic level, his team is called in to figure out what it is.
Okay. So he's kind of like the all-stars in in Greg's actual line of work as an artificer, like people who work with magic and technology.
Right. So like like from campaign 1, the Ziggurats, how they called in the Critical Role crew called in a whole bunch of people. This would be the people they would call.
Okay. Cool. Oh, Dr. Nith'Thar. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Quite. Who are you again?
Oh, I am Grigorovic Petrov. We've never really met. I've read some of your work. I've typically worked in maintenance and field engineering before.
Right. It's nice to meet a fan there, Gregovich. Yes. And he continues to walk on.
Right. Common mistake.
So, he pulls you guys over to a lift that he badges into, and pulls you all in, and it takes about 5 minutes to get where you're going, and you feel the elevator going through, and not just going up and down, but you feel it going left, right. And finally, you are brought to his laboratory and his floor of the collective, known as the Chamber. Welcome everyone to the Chamber. Now that we are here and alone and away from any pesky AIs, please turn your watches off.
Oh, I like this guy. Yeah, off.
I've never quite agreed with the automated. It should all be in your mind and your books and your team perseverances. So, we have been doing magical experiments on a small town in the northern mountain ranges of the continent of Fearun. Are you all familiar with there? I'm sure you've done missions.
That's my home plane.
Oh, great. Very, very well. It's kind of a homecoming for you. This is a very small mining town known as Dubansville.
Duvansville?
Duban. D-U''BN, B-A-N-ville. Right. To give you a bit of history on said town, Duband, the mine was found by a ranger known as Karl Duband, a dwarven man. He found signs of gold and antimentine, which for those two to be in the same place is very rare. So that very quickly he started the Duban Mining Company and started the town. It was roughly 8 years ago. Our experiments proceeded to start about 6 years ago there, when rumors of a odd magical field has showed presence there. It makes the mining work at least 3 times harder than it should be. It's like the ground doesn't want to give up the rock. Now, we've been researching it for a while and haven't made too many breakthroughs, but we have a vested interest in this, and there seems to have been a problem as of late. There's several miners have been getting attacked, and it is very recently, one has been killed. Now you are no longer just a retriever team. I've read the incoming emails, so I was to assign you to investigate the issue and fix the problem.
What's an email?
An electronic letter.
Ooh.
Yes. Have you ever?
I gotta get some hung up on the weird, like the things that are not as important.
Yes. I was hoping to send you all in. I hired I have been there working undercover, passing as a mage from a magical collective that had a team trying to figure out what this magical field is coming from the city of Waterdeep. Now, he knows me by name. I'm going to have you go in and talk to Protector Crinlin Sarel. Sarel, excuse me, Sarel. He's very specific, Sarel.
Brinlin or Quinlan?
Crin. So, Krin. L-Y-N.
Mm-hmm.
Sadel is a D''S-A-R-E-L. D. Sardel.
Totally got that wrong.
Right.
So D. Sorrel.
D. Sardel.
Quinlan D. Serono. Got it.
Right.
Is an Elvish name?
Yes.
Is he Elvish?
Correction, it is a she. That is the DM's bad. I read my notes a little too quick.
But good for you for having notes.
Yay. One in a row.
All right, so Protector Quinlan de Sorel. Elvish woman.
Yes, so she's in charge of security for the camp and our mind. Now, I have made an excuse to be away on business. I've heard of the attacks and promised to send help, and that would be you all. I have taken the liberty of providing the necessary equipment that you normally get for these missions. You all get a health potion, rations, if there's anything else specific you might think needed.
If I might inquire, Dr. Nith'Thar, is this supposed to be an operation of which the arrow system is meant to be kept out of?
I would prefer you use arrow as simply as possible, as unneeded, really. I just prefer to keep the AI out of my workspace. If you need it while out in the field, that is fine. I don't want her cutting in when I can't figure something out. I like the mental challenge.
Can I do an insight on this guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know why I don't want people butting into my stuff. Ooh, that's a 16. 19.
19. What are you specifically looking for? What are you trying to figure out?
So this seems a little shady. Shut off your watches. I don't want the AI involved. I know when I don't want people involved in my stuff, I try to keep it on the down low. Is he trying to circumvent the collective?
No, you get the vibe that he just doesn't like the AI.
Okay.
In fact, this is one of the very few places that is at your room you don't see like an automaton security guard. You see an actual security guard. The feeling he doesn't like things that are AI or mechanical as in a construct.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's providing us with food rations, healing potions. What kind of healing potions are they? Greater or?
Yes, they are greater. One for each of you.
Greater each. Might be a good idea to get climbing gear just in case.
Oh, very well. And he claps his hand, and a person comes out of a room, and there's 3 sets of climbing gear.
Healing kits?
You require a healer's kit? Yes, of course. And healer's kit is provided. Airship, that's a little out of quick reach.
Had to try.
Nah, something. I mean, if you find it absolutely necessary, I could.
Broom of flying.
Broom of flying. High or low?
Let's go with low. I just rolled a 1.
I unfortunately don't have one of those. And I mean, I could find one for you. It would take more time than I think. I want you guys to get on the case right away. I need to keep the miners happy. I can't keep them happy if they're all dead.
That does
Alright,
pose a problem.
One last try, then I'm done.
All
Bag
right.
of beans?
Like
Bag of beans.
edible beans or magic beans?
Magic beans.
Might as well get a deck of many things.
I mean,
that could be on the list.
Agatha wants a deck of many things.
Oh boy, magic beans. Hold on, let
Maybe
me,
not right now,
Let me.
but
let
at some
me-
point.
Before I say yes or no, I need to look at them.
A
Magic
what, the deck of many things?
Deck
or the
of many
bag beans?
things.
No, the bag of beans.
When you want to throw the entire game off track, get a deck of many things.
Agatha's spiritual. I would assume she'd like a deck of cards of some sort, maybe not quite knowing exactly what it is. And just cause pure chaos.
The deck of illusions. I have a set of actual physical cards, and it's like 3 different sets with and they all have different things of decks of many things.
Oh.
It's the deck of many things, the deck of many more things, and the deck of even more things, all in one giant thing.
Oh wow.
That sounds awesome.
And it is absolute chaos.
I need it.
It's like, roll percentile. See if you get high enough on it.
Percentile.
Yep, there's a chance.
That is a 14.
14. Yep. Unfortunately, I've only ever found one, and it's in my personal collection, and I don't feel like sharing.
That's fair.
Well, that's just rude.
There's only 3 beans left. This is a very rare magical item.
Find my own magic beans.
If I can
My
get a
beans!
portable ram,
A portable ram?
yeah,
Deck of many things.
like ram.
Deck of several things. What is that?
It's a common item.
Yeah,
It's
that's
big and heavy.
fine.
All right. Might need to break something. Okay, to the group as a whole, does anyone know of a magic item or something that allows digging? Because I'm like, my thought process is, we're at some point gonna get trapped inside this freaking mine.
Or a way to teleport out of something?
Yeah, a wand of move earth or something.
Ooh.
I mean, I can do that as a spell, but if it's solid stone, I won't be able to move it.
There's a homebrew thing. He can give you a scroll of move earth.
That might be helpful. What level is move earth? Or no, it'd be stone shape. I think would be the actual name of it.
Stone shape is. Hold on, it's loading. Still loading.
The section stones are 5 feet in air and form an shits you.
4th.
No, I know what I need. Oh, what the heck is it called? It's a thing that opens a passageway.
Helm of teleportation.
That one's a lot. No, there was
Conch
a thing or
teleportation.
no.
Wait, I forgot to pick out my last spell when we leveled up. Or my next spell.
Oh,
Is there one I can potentially use? Ooh, dimension door?
Yes.
That could be fun.
Dimension
Boom.
door is fantastic.
I will do that. Then should I get rid of...
If we could get a scroll of pass wall as just as an emergency measure. So it's a 5th level spell. Can create an opening that's up to 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and 20 feet deep. Creates no instabilities in the structure surrounding it. It lasts for an hour. That one can be a good emergency measure. Like, crap, we need to get through this wall right now, and slap that on there.
If I do dimension door, should I keep Misty Step?
Yeah, 2 different purposes.
That's kind of what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. One of the other things too is Dimension Door is your action to cast, and then Misty Step is your bonus action.
Right. And it's for the, oh shit, things are up behind me and I need to get out.
But I also still need to be close, then be in range. So you Misty Step out, and then Eldritch Blast. Everything.
Eldritch Blast.
Isn't there a spell become ethereal?
Pathfinder, yeah. Several of those come to mind.
Etherealness. Yeah.
There's an oil of etherealness.
Yeah, there's an oil for etherealness.
I mean, we could use that, dump it on us, and just use that to get through the walls. It probably doesn't last long.
An hour.
Oh shit! Actually, a lot.
It takes
a lot
10
longer
minutes to
than
apply it, but it lasts for an hour. 1 vial per person.
I mean, depending on how far in the mines we are, maybe we'll need an hour.
Oh no, 1 vial. Yeah, 1 vial period per person. This is also emergency measures.
Yeah.
I think we can manage with just a couple emergency measures.
Yeah. Are those available? The oil.
Oil of etherealness. Let's roll and see. Amy, high or low?
Hi.
Hi. All right. He has 1.
Good.
Is there anything else I can help you with? I know it's. I have here. By the way, each is 150 sections of pieces of rope, so 50 each. And each grappling hook as well, if it's not included in the climber's kit.
Just happen to get the one climber's kit that doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no cost to it, but it's a common adventuring gear item.
Okay.
It's called an explosive seed.
Explosive seed. You like an explosive charge?
I would like multiple explosive charges. This acorn-sized sphere of brass contains a small amount of blasting powder and a clockwork trigger. An explosive seed can be thrown 30 feet as an action, detonating on impact. Each creature of 5 feet, exploding seeds, a dexterity saving throw, taking 1d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful.
Alright.
I'm not thinking of it as a weapon. I'm thinking of it as if we need to blow
Blast.
a hole through the wall to get out.
Okay. 6. You can have 6 of them.
I will take 6 of them. You should just start dropping it from above.
I want this hammer.
Which hammer?
Dusk Crusher?
Dusk Crusher?
Oh, is that the new one?
I mean, it's a very rare item. It's a freaking hammer that is a radiant weapon.
Nope, doesn't have it.
Basically a rod, and then it forms a radiant head, and it does have another feature, which is super awesome. It's a freaking strong ass little weapon.
Nope, doesn't have
No,
access to it.
Okay. I'm just no harm in asking. No harm in asking.
No, but listen, he says, I don't have access to it.
All right. Well, I mean, this should be enough, I guess. Oh, great.
Yes.
Hammer of Thunderbolt.
Do I have that thing we were talking about?
Working on that.
Okay.
He does say, by the way, Malkovich, or whatever your name was, you're mechanically inclined, correct?
Oh yes, sir. I'm an engineer. Learned from some of the best that ever existed.
Right. Somebody said the guy with the boar armor or something was good at it. And he hands you this box. And inside of it, there's all these pieces. And he says, there's a few extra things it could do in there. If you could put it together, it's yours.
He's like already like filtering through and starting to fit pieces together. No, that'll overload it. No.
I lean into this guy and go, thank you. That's going to keep him occupied for hours.
Oh, don't worry. I've read the files.
No, that'll cause it to explode.
Anyways, you all ready to travel? Miss Haggis, do you have anything you need? Do you have any requests of me?
Just a healer's kit and
Deck of many things.
pick of many things.
Decks of many things are chaotic. I don't feel they're necessary this moment. But healer's kit, yes.
Moment.
Yes, healer's kits aplenty. Yes, here, have some. He gives you essentially gives you a healer's backpack. You essentially have 5 healer's kits.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The medic pack.
Yep.
Now,
Cool.
before we go, I have. Why us?
To be honest, you're the only available team.
Where's everybody else?
Something's happening. They're all sent to different places. Quite frankly, if I didn't scoop you up as quickly as I did, I'm sure you'd be off somewhere doing something important, finding some kind of item somewhere.
That tracks.
Apparently, the trust is on the move. Our teleportation is down in the bottom level here, down there in the center. Follow me.
Did we get a scroll of passwall?
Passwall?
Yeah.
Let me. I completely scrolled over that passwall.
Amy, did you add that oil of etherealness to your inventory?
Nope.
Okay.
Would be a rare scroll.
Oil of. Stuff and things.
Passwall. Hold on. Yeah, you got it. 1 scroll of passwall.
Okay.
All right. So he brings you all down. Who here has a passive perception?
All
Wait,
of
I was
us.
gonna say all of us. Passive perception. Mine's 11.
11.
13.
13. Grigorovich.
9.
9.
I'm distracted.
Nookie. As you're walking down, there's people at these like computer-style monitors tapping away, and you can see some are directing something, and you very quickly catch an image of a very familiar cat-like face. He's talking, but you can't pick it out. But
I nudge Hagatha and kind of point it out.
you see a very familiar Thane-like cat face on a monitor.
Gosh. Yeah, what's going on? Where is he? Are we going there? Are we going where he is?
What? Oh, him? No,
Yeah,
no.
what's going on? What's he doing?
He's on a top secret mission. In fact, you didn't even see him.
Yeah, I did. He was right there.
See who? What?
Sorry, are we talking
He was
about
in the dirtiest stink eye she could.
He kind of looks at you and just like gives you a wink. Sorry.
I look at the doctor and go, yeah, he's dead to me too.
Ooh,
And then Hagatha looks at Nookie and kind of gives him the stink eye too. Like,
Do you expect anything less?
quite maybe a little less callous, but no.
All right, so he points you towards the platform. As normally you'd be sitting on a couch for this. This one just kind of zaps you in place. It's an older model, but it still works just fine. Remember, breathe out, bend the knees. Hits a button.
It's a GX4.
Wait, what?
He hits a button. You hear this.
So I heard they took these things out because people were getting cancer from them.
A zap.
What?
And at the what, you guys are literally feel like you've been slingshotted through space. You feel stretched and thin and thick and small and no pressure, lots of pressure, no pressure, lots of pressure. And everything starts to shake and rattle and you're beat around. Need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I think Hagatha needs a constitution so she doesn't forget.
It's coming.
Oh, I'm good at this. 19.
19? 16?
10.
You ever see the movie Timeline?
No.
Basically, they get sent back in time, but they're like going back and forth from like back in time forward back into like present day. It's like being sent through a fax machine, and if you do it so many times, things just don't line up. Like the words start getting cut in like half, and that's basically what's happening to people's like veins.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nothing shall pass.
So, Greg and Nookie, you managed to land on your feet, but it's still like a thud. Hagatha, your feet come out from underneath you and you just plant on the ground.
Ow. Oh.
And now that
Help you stand up.
you stand up, you collect yourselves, you take a second to look around, and now the wave of nausea hits. Constitution saving throw. It's like your stomach's had to catch up to you.
16.
23.
19.
19. That wave of nausea all hits you guys. You all go, ooh. But you're fine.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
Yeah, can we not do that again?
Speak for yourself. Her backside hurts.
So,
We can put an arrow back on.
if you wish.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm
Yeah.
in no rush.
Hagatha, that's just.
An arrow and... What were you saying?
I was gonna say I think Hagatha would, just in case.
Because she was so
Then again, she
useful last
forgets.
time.
Hey, we got out of there eventually.
Then Greg also reaches up and taps a little metal thing you guys didn't notice that was on the side of his brow. It's like, and recording. As he turns on Pi, his personal intelligent assistant.
His name is Hi?
Yeah,
Pi.
assistant.
Oh, Pi.
Yeah, personal
As in-
intelligence assistant. It's his keen mind feat.
Ah.
I decided it decided to be a little machine he made that's an implant. All right.
Can you tell us about Pi? Because I think Hagatha's going to confuse it with actual Pi.
Oh, Pi's it's this little thing right here. It points, looks like a almost like a eyebrow piercing.
Oh.
And it's a little device. It actually connects into the rest of me, and he records everything I see, everything I hear. He helps me with calculations. He actually can tell me where north is, which is over there. And he also provides me. It's sort of like in the upper right-hand corner of your vision. He has a little timer icon, so I know what time of day it is.
It's Google Glass, but
Actually works.
But keen mind. Yes.
Yep.
Collective glass.
He has about the memory capacity for an entire month.
Interesting.
AKA, I never actually have to take notes ever again. Because I can just say, hey, DM, I don't know this, but Pi will easily inform Greg of this.
You've been taking notes?
Do you call this notes? It's a whole lot of nothing.
Got what, 17 pages of notes?
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks for Greg.
It does.
And here Nookie is with 0 pages of notes, and that tracks for Nookie.
Yep.
And here's the DM with 4 pages of notes for today.
That we're not going to use.
No, you're gonna use them.
Damn it. Even if all of you die, we're using them.
So,
Railroading son of a bitch.
so you find yourselves in the middle of an evergreen forest. The weather is cooler than what you've been used to. You feel you're quite further up on the continent and up in a mountain range.
Are we supposed to be going to Waterdeep?
No, he was claiming to be a mage from Waterdeep. So Nith'Thar, Dr. Nith'Thar is a mage from Waterdeep with a mage collective there. And we are, we should probably get our story straight. What are we exactly? We're heroic adventurers who he's hired to help out?
Yeah, easy with that shit. We're just hired.
All right.
So we're mercenaries.
Now, you're from Fearun, but myself and Miss Hagatha are not. What would be good places where we should say that we're from?
Hagatha, you're probably from...
Someplace wet.
Yeah, hold on.
While you think of that, you got
the
it?
Mire of Dead Men.
What?
Mire of Dead Men.
Okay.
The Mire of Dead Men is a swampy area located along the Sword Coast.
Quite effective. I like it.
Greg, yeah. You're probably from Candlekeep.
Yeah.
Really? That's a strange name. Do they? I don't really know much about Candle. No problem?
No, it's a library.
Oh.
Well, that sounds good for you.
That sounds like it'll good. So they're in academics. They're a school.
Yeah.
You know lots of stuff.
I do know lots of stuff.
And I own a bar in Waterdeep, so.
Cool.
So we're all pretty close to each other.
all along that road.
The Sword Coast.
Right. So, you make your way.
Keep is south of Baldur's Gate. The Mire Dead Men is north of Waterdeep. Yeah.
So you guys see that this is like a landing platform in the woods. It seems to be well hidden, but there's a path that leads out. You take it and you find yourselves along a well-traveled road. You follow it towards the town, which you were know is north. It tracks to be about 2 miles out of town, but as you approach, you see this mountain and sticks up out of the terrain. It is a lot different than the other mountains around it. It has a lot more jagged rocks. It lays differently on the ground. And you can all feel, you all have a bit of magic with you. You can all feel like a hum to the air. From this vantage point, you do see the town, and it is a very small mining town. Wood-built buildings, logs, planks, built along the side of the mountain. And it is the only structures that you see. It is a relatively tall mountain. One would say, big mountain. You do make your way up and into town.
I summon Cutter along the way, have him just sitting on my shoulder, and for God's sakes, he better be sober by now.
Yeah, he appears on your shoulder and he's flipping a coin.
Oh, that's right. He has money now. All right, we're going to be going underground, so you should enjoy this. I thought you should be here.
Thank you for considering me. Oh, Hagatha's here. Hi, Hagatha.
Hi, Cotter.
You look more vibrant.
I'm trying a new mud mask lately.
It's working out wonderfully for you.
Yeah, I just stick my face in the mud in the pond, and it seems to do it.
Eh? Whatever works for you.
just picturing Hackett the butter pond and just like, ooh, this is nice mud, and just like. I don't know why that came to mind. I'm just like, oh, that's Hagatha's beauty routine. For, if anybody cared.
So, where in the north is this?
It would be north, but towards the if you're looking at the map, it's towards the right side of the map, kind of towards those unknown areas, but not too far.
So it's deeper into the continent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have an exact place in mind, but I didn't want it to put it anywhere, that might interfere with something later. But just enough, kind of out of the way. This guy was ranging far out there. So you guys make it into town. It is humans, dwarves, half-elves, a couple of full elves.
I think as we're heading into town, I let Oog know that we're gonna have to go underground and stuff, so it might get a little dark, but just to stick close to me and he'll be okay.
Okay. I'll stick to you like a shadow.
Perfect.
Enough.
So you come into town, you see a general store, you see blacksmith, you see like a shipping area with like a livery. You see carts being unloaded, heavy carts being loaded with raw ore and mined rocks. You do see a tavern. The sign outside of it, very plain script, but does look very nicely made. This is Duban's House of Ale and Rest.
Did Nith'Thar say where we were supposed to meet the elven woman?
Nope, it just said you should meet up with Protector Crinlin where you could. That's who you're looking for.
Tavern should be a good place to start as far as looking for people. I'm sure someone whose title is Protector would be easy to find. No. No more drinking.
What?
No drinking.
It's water.
Sniff it.
It's water. Thank you.
I was gonna say if it has like probably finds like a little glass, like a shot glass, and kind of like
a tail just comes over, wraps around it.
She's a terrible influence sometimes, if not always.
I'm trying to get a sober drink.
It's just a little one. Don't go crazy this time, though.
Go crazy drinking water?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. I'm just here for the ride now.
The boozy water.
I don't drink booze anymore. No.
Boozy
I gave
water?
that up.
Oh, so you don't want any of this?
No, I'm fine.
Just peer pressuring this poor drink.
It's like he flicks his coin at you, Nookie, and it's easy enough to catch. And you see it's a silver coin, and it's carved in AA week 1. But it looks horribly scratched in, like someone did it real quickly.
I scratch it a little bit, and I go, "That's not even silver." I toss it back.
Hey, I have their problems, but I've got it.
And I just take a long, slow sip. And I was like, oh, it's warm all the way down.
You'll destroy your liver.
And I just go like this. I'm like, that's not the worst thing that's happened. And I think I have a new liver, so I think I'm good.
You start fresh.
Wait, he's also not immune to poison. Nookie can actually get drunk now.
Yeah.
Hagatha wants to test some things.
What?
What?
Nothing.
Greg is on mission though, so he's walking to the tavern.
Hagatha thinks Nookie's looking extra shiny today with his scales and everything.
Calm down.
So you enter the Duban's House of Ale and Rest. You open the door and you are greeted by extreme out-of-place luxury. The floor is carpeted. The seats are plush. Gentle music plays. Mahogany wood. And there's a little like a hostess stand with a little sign that says, "Please wait to be seated." And a little bell rings at the door, and a few moments later, a very proper, balding human man, older, white hair, and a very nice tuxedo with comes approaching, and he doesn't walk. This dude glides.
Walking is for poor people.
Walking is for poor people. Glides into place.
I can do that.
Quite what I was expecting.
Hello and welcome to Duban's House of Ale and Rest. I am Figwick Havisham, and I am the owner, proprietor, and sole waiter of this establishment. How many?
Well, there's do you
There's
count
3 of us.
years, or there's 3 of us plus a Drake.
Right, so you're familiar?
A Drake?
Yes, he's a Drake.
Yeah, he's the size of a pinky.
He's not that small.
I am quite large for my size, thank you, sir.
Actually, they are. They're bulky. Light drakes are bulky little guys. Yes. We were actually looking for information. This is a lot more luxurious than we were expecting.
Well, I have served my life and duty with the Lord in Waterdeep, and I wanted to get away from it all, and I had quite the savings, so come up here and give these poor slobs a taste of reality and a good life.
You know, could really improve things here if you got some like light fixtures.
Greg.
Maybe some.
Greg.
Look,
Not what we're here for.
Don't you have a box to take care of?
Oh right. Goes and sits down in the waiting. I'm assuming there's like a waiting bench.
Do you have 3 separate rooms?
Yes, I can accommodate 3 apiece. Prices...
We don't need 3 rooms a person. We just need 3 separate rooms.
Right, I do understand.
Okay.
I
I didn't want confusion.
Right, I understand.
Hagatha, I'm not sharing a room with him again.
No, I'm sick, but he said there was 3 per.
Right. If we had to share a room, I'm totally cool with you having the bed, whatever. I don't care. I'm not sharing a room with him again.
No, but he's saying that we would each get 3 rooms.
I'm aware. Just moving forward.
Yeah, no,
Look, I'm sorry that my ambient noise thing woke you up when the explosion started. It's what I'm used to hearing. I apologize.
He's got something called a CPAP machine, and it's just all night with that.
What's a CPAP machine?
For sleep apnea. He stops breathing in his sleep. He's weird.
Weird?
Yeah.
Huh.
Right, pardon me. So that is one room apiece.
Yes.
Yes.
The going rate is 1 silver per hour, as is needed. 3 silver for the night, or a gold for a week.
You charge hourly?
Telepathically to Hagatha. I know what kind of establishment this is.
Yes,
It
is a draw of the town, a feature, if you will, and there's silver to be made. Who am I?
I think Hagatha kind of like stops and actually like for the first time like actually looks around the room and just kind of like,
Is this a burlesque house?
you know, now that you say it,
Is this a house?
she's
of
not really wearing
negotiation?
all that much, is she? Or him? Or
Well, what you see?
Telepathically, but not telepathically. Thinking it's telepathically. And I actually say it out loud. Hagatha, he's a pimp.
oh,
I do say, sir, I am not that.
Oh. That...
hey,
I was thinking it, and it just came out.
Well,
Here's a gold per room, for each room.
Well, insult aside, thank you.
Even if we're not here for the week, it's yours.
As of course, that is appreciated. I will inform you that any hourly expenses are contracted. not provided.
So they're add-ons.
I don't stop them from coming at the bar, but they don't live here.
But you get a cut of the action anyway. So
Yes,
Hey!
I get a silver an hour.
Hagatha kind of like shuffles her feet to see if the floors are sticky.
yuck.
I'm sure the place is actually super clean.
It is.
It's true.
It is
Yeah.
immaculate. Now, there are some people in here. They are minors. They don't match. They have dirty clothes, and you can see them trying to like button shirts up and mess their like trying to clean up, look nice. There are a few
Like actual miners, like co-worker miners.
co-workers.
Or...
Yeah. Minors, a dwarf of age, mining people.
These are E miners, not O miners.
Yes, E miners.
I go over to these guys and be like, hey, stop for a second.
What?
I got you guys. And each one of them I cast prestidigitation and clean them up. Like, you look golden.
Oh,
Go get
one of them fancy magic users. Thanks there. I've been this clean in months.
Go get him, Tiger.
Nah.
Oh my god.
I'm that kind of bard. I'm the wingman bard.
I was just gonna say. No, you're the instigator bard.
So
Oh
he,
yeah, 100%.
he does hand you each a key. It is a brass key, and it has a little tag on it with a room number. Just a second. If you're worried about cleanliness, everything is clean. Thank y'all.
Nah, if you say so.
Ask him about the protector.
Protection?
What?
The person we're here to see? Protector
Oh.
Prison de Flanel?
Oh.
Yeah, that type of protector.
Well, you heard him.
Use all these pieces you don't even need over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have a protector guy?
you're looking for the protector, the protector Disarel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, her office is the building closest to the mine, and it will say protector outside of it with a star-like image underneath it.
What time of day was it when we got here?
Noonish.
Oh.
You want to go scope out the town?
Just these miners are going in for nooners.
Miners and nooners. Ooh, God no. Instant regret.
They might
Wow.
have a 10-hour
Yeah.
shift rotation. They were saying it's like the field makes it hard to mine, so they might actually have a 24-hour shift rotation going on. Or they might be on break because there was a guy who just got killed recently.
That's right.
That's not going to shut down a mine.
Depends on what killed him.
That's not going to shut down a mine.
It
People
might
need to
shut
make
down
money.
this one. They have a luxury love hotel here.
Where there's money
Hey.
made, opportunity presents itself.
The guy literally used to work for a Lord of Waterdeep, and he retired like miles away from town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pimp's got a pimp.
Yeah.
He's not. He's a facilitator, not a.
Yeah.
So,
He rents out office space.
yeah, what you do with it is not my problem.
Yeah, I would say let's go over to the Protector's building.
All right, so it's an uphill climb, but you get there and you see the mind opening is is set between two large boulders, and you come up across the protector's office. It does look like there's a downstairs and an upstairs. It's a 2-story building. You enter. Enter. So you enter. There are 2 desks, one on the left, one on the right, and there are 3 iron-barred cells in the back. The elven woman sits at a desk. Boots. She has got papers laid out before her, and you see she's busily looking at one thing and writing over here. And as you enter, she looks up. Well, welcome to Dubansville. I'm Protector D. Sarel. How can I help you?
Greg.
Protector, were sent by Mage Nith'Thar to assist you in his absence.
Oh,
There are
right.
difficulties in the mine.
Right. Well, it's great to have you here. She stands up and comes around the desk, and she is gorgeous elven woman. Her hair's tied back. She has a button-up shirt with a vest, utility pants, and she has 2 pistols strapped to her hips.
Before we would have entered in, because of the things that have been happening in the mine, could I have changed my cloak into whatever Fearun's version of OSHA is?
Would they even have OSHA?
Sure, why not? It is the Miners Guild.
Yeah.
She comes around and she's like, "We're good with the Miners Guild."
Yeah, I'm just a representative. I'm here to inspect the facilities. We've heard some rumors of things not really going so well.
Right, but none of that's been in the mine. It's all been in town.
I mean, this is a mining town, correct?
Right, just usually...
The town is owned by the mine.
No, it's owned by the mining company, but it's...
That's what I meant.
But usually it's... my experience with your guild is you're more concerned about the physical mine itself, not the town.
Are you trying to hide something?
No, not at all. It's just odd, that's all. I mean, come inspect. We're all up to date on everything.
We'll see. Greg, continue.
Yes, sir. Anyway, as I was saying, Mage Nith'Thar was the one who brought to our attention that there were attacks going on, even that there was possibly a man having been killed recently.
Yes. It's quite odd. We've never had anything like this before. Then again, we've only been here for 8 years. This is the first non-accidental and completely solved and fixed mining issue death.
Accidents, deaths. You don't see this at Mithril Hall.
Every mine has their issues. We filed the paperwork. You should know about it. Anyways, yes, these we've had 4 people attacked, and
4, you say? Okay.
well, the last person attacked was killed about a week ago.
Killed. Okay.
Right.
Are you aware of what might be the creature responsible or persons responsible?
Well, after interviewing the survivors of the attack, it does appear that the attacker has attempted to bite all of them.
What kind of bite?
It seems pretty vicious, either going for the neck, inner thighs, or inner arm.
Okay, so they're going after blood.
Apparently so. But here's the thing. The one person killed, Joe Lax Brokenstone, dwarven man, been here about 4 years. When his body was found, the puncture wounds and the bite marks, several places, but the blood was everywhere. It seemed to have pooled under the body and sprayed along the wall.
Was his heart intact?
Yes. No, there was no organs taken. It appeared to have been some kind of. It just appeared to be some kind of fight. He did have defensive wounds on his hands.
What are the size of these bite marks?
Small puncture wounds, about 2 inches apart. I wish I could have saved the body for you, but I don't have any way to do that out here.
Do you have a medical report, possibly, that we can look at?
I do have my report. Yes, everything's recorded and filed. And she reaches over to her desk, moves a couple pieces of paper, and hands you a handwritten report.
Hagatha being Hagatha, I think she kind of wanders off, like not too far from the office, but like just outside, just to kind of scope things out.
Okay.
So,
We also
like I
have
said, she doesn't go
reports.
far.
We also have reports that you're not able to extract the materials as you have prior.
I'm just the charge of law, order, security. You'd have to talk to Duban himself. He does do running of the mind. But yes, there's some kind of magical force, presence, field. It does make it harder to pull out anything. Either that being the metal ore or rock itself. It's like it doesn't want to leave.
Would we be able to interview the other victims?
Oh, absolutely. They're about. I think Remy and Sasha are in the mine at the moment.
Do you have a map of the region? I just need to look at it. I don't need to take it.
Right. No, it points to behind her desk. There is the region.
Are we north of a desert-like area with a small lake essentially below us?
Right. So you would be more on the Ice Rim Mountains. If you're looking there, here, hold on. I can do a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, if we can bring the map up onto the stream so everyone else can see what we're looking at.
Hold on. Give me a moment.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
We're over by Karator.
All right. Here we go. Boom. I can do things. All right, so zoom in here a little bit. You guys more up this direction.
I don't see it.
On the
It's on the stream.
yeah, look on the Twitch stream.
Oh, I don't see that. Oh, there it is.
Right. So if you're anywhere, you'd be more kind of in this area.
Okay. I mean, still.
Why do I think that said Ice Cream Mountains? Ah.
Oh. Shit.
Is that?
How far are we? Okay. We're like 400 miles from Faye. Okay, so Faye, you guys, I forget, you guys are from here. Faye is an area with evil sorcerers that run the area. They tend to take a lot of people into slavery, the huge slave trade there. Just
Let's.
there's a lot of evil there. There's also a lot of magic in this area.
To explain the field.
Because about 1,000 miles to our west is where the Nith'Thar's kingdom began. And if you notice, all the mountains in the area besides here are small mountains. That's because the Nith'Thar's use very, very high magic, high-level magic, to cut off the top of mountains, flip them over, and turn them into floating cities. They were an empire that lasted a long time and have mastered magic. And now they're gone. And the remnants of what they have created can still be found throughout Fearun.
Yes, you seem to know your local history there. What's your name again?
Sorry, say that again?
You, Blue Dragon, well, your name. I didn't get any of your names.
So I don't think you can pronounce my name. It's Draconic. You can just call me Galad.
Galad. Okay, Inspector Galad.
Oh, I'm Vic from originally from Candlekeep.
Vic from Candlekeep. And your friend who seemed to wander off. Her name?
Mary.
Mary.
Mary from the Mire.
Mary from the Mire. Mire of dead men?
Yes.
That's quite a long ways off.
It's not far from where I'm from. I'm from Waterdeep.
Oh, well,
She's an eclectic person. We sometimes often ask ourselves what we're going to do about Mary, but she's yeah.
Oh, thank you for picking up on it.
right. So now that you were acquainted, is there anything else you'd like to know? I think I do for you.
You said there were 4 victims altogether. Remy and Sasha are probably still in the mine. What's the 4th person who's also still alive and not dead?
That would be Sam Grokil and Mara Jade. Mara Jade.
Mary Jane.
Sounds like a very powerful name.
Sam Grokul, Mara Jade?
Yes, the Mara.
Mara.
Yes.
Sounds trippy.
Sam Grokul, Mara. All right.
She sounds awesome.
Has anybody seen her? Looking for her.
Would you be able to show us on a local map where the attacks occurred?
Right, as she waves you over to her desk, and there's a layout of the town. You see the protector's office, you see the tavern, you see the general store, you see the blacksmith, you see the mine and the loading and the unloading areas. And the red X's are... The black X's are the attack locations, and the red X is the murder site. And they are just spread out over town.
I'm, of course, photocopying this using Pi.
Right.
All right. Thank you. We'll be beginning our investigation then.
If you
Yes.
can't find anyone, everyone usually ends up at the House of Ale eventually.
Yeah,
So
we've got it from there.
Ah, very nice. It's seriously the only place in town to get a drink. And there's a lot of dwarves here, and they drink a lot.
Yeah, I've met a few. Well, thank you for your time. I do have one more question.
Yes.
Have you hit any entrances to the Underdark or into any hives?
As far as I know, we haven't. Obviously, that would have been alerted to me. As a security reason. It does take a long time to get anything out of the mines. So, they actually haven't gone that far. Less than half a mile.
Okay.
Well, thank you,
After 8
Professor.
years, only half a mile.
Yeah.
It's dense rock.
Efficient.
No, I think I have a design somewhere for it.
Oh, right.
Highly effective.
Not the time.
But it would triple their output.
Not until we figure out what's causing this stuff not to come out. And causing the deaths.
Good point.
Because you can't mine if everybody's dead.
You know, I could probably, if we have about a month, I could probably. It's
all right. I just kind of like.
Probably
All
set
right.
up some turrets.
Thank you for your time. Come on, let's go, Greg.
But it would only need acorns.
I've got some acorns.
As we head outside, Greg, using Pi, is going to start reviewing all the reports that he only glanced at. That he took glances at to make sure he absorbed it all, and start looking for, like on the reports, attacks or any other like strange, anything that like stands out in the reports.
Okay. While you're doing this, Hagatha, where do you wander to?
Like I said, she's not going too far, but she's kind of just so is the office just outside of the caves? Like, what's kind of in the area?
Oh, it's probably about 75 feet from like the mining yard, where you'll see there's several different huts. You see one that has smoke coming out of it, like from a chimney. It looks kind of office-like. You see a couple what could be bunkhouses. You see a mess station. You see a tool shed. You see mining carts. You see rail. You see like a loading and an unloading area.
She's gonna probably kind of whatever's closest to the office, so that way the guys can see her. But she's gonna find if there's anybody working over on break or somebody who looks like they belong there. And
right. You approach a dwarven man, black beard, black hair, big thick, and he's sitting down eating food. He appears to be on a lunch break.
Huh. Yeah, she goes up to him, and if there's like a box or something, she kind of like just walks up, hand on her hip and foot up on the box, like, working hard or hardly working, am I right? And just kind of waits for a reply.
This dwarf looks you up and down and is like, what do you know about working? You don't look like you've raised a finger in your life.
I just did. And starts waggling it.
You may have a point there, but was it the point I was trying to get across?
So, what have you heard about all this weird stuff going on in the mines? Like, super sketchy, right?
You'd have to be a little more specific about it. Are you talking about the rock that doesn't want to come out? Or are you talking about things happening outside?
Both.
Well, I will say I've been mining my whole life. I've never seen rock that doesn't want to fall. Like it happens then, you've got to pull it down. It's the strangest thing.
Really?
Right.
And you've mined your entire life and you've never seen that before? Huh.
Oh, right. I'm a dwarf. I come from the mountains. We mine constantly. It's the first time I've ever seen any rock like this.
Are they gonna do anything about it? Like,
I don't know.
just gonna dig around it?
There's a mage that comes in and his team, they study it, they pull rocks out, they study in the mines. They've shut us down for like 3 days while they did some voodoo thing down in the bottom. It did nothing.
And what about up here, or outside, you said?
That's not only are we dealing with, that's just the BS from the mining. It's now we're getting attacked out here. I barely survived myself.
Attacked by what?
I don't know. This thing came up out of the dark, raised its arms up, and just kind of swallowed me up in like a cape or something, trying to bite me.
Oh.
But he didn't notice I had my hammer on me, and I smacked it across the face and yelled out and scampered off somewhere.
Oh, do you remember which way it ran off?
This southeast-ish.
Yeah. Well, don't you worry, my friend. That me and my crew are here to help, and hopefully we can get stuff a lot safer for you. I'm just
All right.
try not to be as awkward as she is, but she's super awkward.
All right. Can I go back to lunch now? I only get 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry to interrupt. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. And he just kind of shuffles and kind of turns away and keeps eating.
Yeah, and Agatha kind of thinks to herself of like, immovable rock, a giant beast that eats up dwarves in one gulp. Does she know anything that might come to mind? Well, no, she's not from here, so probably not.
Oh, you do know magic, so you could roll Arcana if you'd like.
Yes, please.
To understand, see if you can't get a brainwave on the magic.
Something. Maybe it rings a bell of some sort. Nope. I rolled a 4.
For
Yeah. For
nothing comes to mind.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind.
Cool.
Maybe they need better picks.
Yeah, maybe they're not doing it right. Maybe they're not hammering it down, like picking it or chipping it off the wall right.
Might have to be something I go and check out myself, or of course with the boys, because there's no way I'm going by myself in that cave. But I got Ood with me, so I wouldn't be by myself necessarily. She's rambling on in her head as she's kind of heading back towards the office where she knew the guys were last. Hopefully they're still there.
All right, and roughly about this time, you guys meet up outside of the office.
Greg is like flicking through the air. Can't see anything he's doing, but it's how he's interacting with Pi.
So on there you find a request. It's a business form. It's a request to the upper office for another security person. You find reports from like some of them you get half of the words, like you saw half of it. It seems to be either like people interviewed or a statement directly from the victims pertaining to their attack.
Does the victim have any like consistent description?
From what you could piece together, everything happens at night. They always are. It's always a bite-like attacks, and they all say someone came from out of the shadows and tried to swallow them up in some manner, or pull them into the into an alley or something.
Yeah, Agatha eventually meets up, comes back in the office and lets the guys know that she kind of found out.
So
if anything,
matches up with the interviews. Yes. Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's a little disorienting.
Yeah, so
you don't look crazy whatsoever.
I mean,
Good. I was actually starting to feel really, really self-conscious. I was going to ask if we could step around to the other side of the building, but if it doesn't look weird, I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would notice.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank
It's
you.
very subtle.
Something that tries to bite them, but it doesn't seem like it's after their blood. The first person that was killed, they were left in a pool of their own blood.
Going for the thighs, for the arms, and for the neck. That are your hot spots. That's where you're going to drain the most blood. That's how you're going to kill your victim fastest.
So something that is intentionally malicious. Not trying to feed, but intentionally trying to maliciously harm.
Hey, have you ever heard of a rock that doesn't move even if you try to like hit it with a pickaxe or anything?
Greg?
Have I have proficiency in Arcana and in nature. Have I heard of a rock?
No. I meant you.
While the compliment is appreciated, I'm not quite rock hard. I do a lot of sit-ups, but they're not quite that hard.
You're not rock hard? Okay, that's good to know.
All right, let's go. Literally anywhere else.
Where would you guys like to go?
The dwarf said that the thing that tried to eat them, it went southwest of here after it spit him back out after he bonked it with his hammer.
I got a good look at a map of the region and the map of the local area. Is there anything to the southeast of here?
Southeast or southwest?
It's nothing but trees.
It looks like there's just trees to the southeast and southwest.
I mean, there is a road, that would appear to be like the main road. You saw it was labeled the Cold Road, but that's a pretty good distance off.
There's a road, but it's too far away to really be of significance.
I wouldn't travel outside this region. I'm just saying. I think we should go to the mining office itself.
That might be a good idea. Oh, just in case we go in, reaches into bags, pulls out hard helmets, and passes them to you.
What's this?
Where do you get this stuff?
Safety first. It's a standard regulation mining hat. I always have extra on me.
Hagatha takes up, pulls up her hat, and then puts the hard hat and then her hat over it, so you can't really see it, but it's there.
It's a safety witch's hat.
If I go into the mine, I'll put this on. I tuck it into my bag. I'm just like, that's not happening.
You can add.
It also might be a good way to sell the safety inspector bit.
If I was in the mine, I would wear it. We're not in the mine. The office is outside of the mine.
All right, as you would. Pulls out his boar helmet, places it on his head.
So you want to head to the mining office?
Yes.
All right, you do so. Do you walk in? Do you knock?
Greg.
Knock, knock.
Oh. Excuse me, is there anyone in?
This really weird visual. Hagatha walks up to the door, knock, knock, and then Grigorovich's hand comes in, knock, knock.
Dun, 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 dun.
You hear a voice yelling, "Come on in, come on in!"
After you, Miss Hagatha.
Thank you, Mr. Greg.
You enter in, and this is very, very much a possibly organized chaos. You see a big black chalkboard with lists of names with people and what shift they're on. You see a couple of names crossed out. You see people like swing shift. You see papers. You see broken tools. You see tools that new pick head axe heads. And behind this very grand desk sits a dwarven man, kind of ruddy blonde, dirty blonde hair with a light red beard, sitting behind the desk. It's like, name's Carl Duban. Can I help y'all?
Scarl or Carl?
Carl.
Carl.
Carl. Brian, get out of my head. Carl, that kills people.
That's literally what I was just thinking.
That's why I said get out of my head.
Is it weird if that's what I thought of when I named him?
That's even better. Carl.
Photographing everything in the room with my vision real quick. Yes, sir. We're sent to investigate into these deaths that have been going on. We're associates of Mage Nith'Thar.
Oh, Dr. Nith'Thar. Nith'Thar sent you. Right. I'm Carl. As I said, this is my town and my mind. I'm here to help you as much as you need, and I essentially got the run of the place. Let me know what you need. I'm more than glad to help.
Is there any information you can give us that you may know about what may be going on? or any rumors amongst the miners that you are aware of that we should be?
All right. Well, I'm sure as you've been made aware, we've had 4 people attacked and 1 killed. Poor Joe Lax, hard-working man, really had a feel for the earth and the way it moved normally. And again, the earth doesn't move like it should around here. My people have been attacked at night by someone trying to bite them. As far as attacks go, that's been just the 5 in total.
Anything else going on specifically with the mine? Any difficulties therein? Any new discoveries recently?
No new discoveries. We've been finding veins of antimantine, which is pretty hard to mine itself. Is gold, some coal, a few gems every now and then, but nothing material-wise different than a normal mine of this type. I mean, I'm sure as you've been made aware by the doctor himself, you would understand this. The mine does not want to give up its rock, its treasure, if you will. The rocks want to stay in place.
Do you have a map of the mines as you presently have excavated?
Of course. And he points you to the wall, and you see the entry. You see a main cavern that's been dug down. And then several offshoots either side, kind of sporadic. It's like... Now, you see, we have our main dig here, which has been following a gold line, and the offshoots are mostly the adamantine, interspersed with gold itself. It's hard to build many offshoots or dig further in because it's just hard to penetrate through the rock. It doesn't want to leave. It's the hardest thing I've ever seen.
Do you record where all the miners have been digging?
We have a general idea. There's normally the main efforts through the main hall, and then we have several smaller teams that dig off to the sides.
Were Jolax, Remy, Sasha, and Sam on any of the same veins?
Eventually, everybody works with each other here, but it's pretty normal. I like to keep people moved around. It increases their, at least their happiness. I don't know about productivity at this moment in time.
Right. But possibly within... The attacks have been occurring within the last month?
Yes.
What about within the last month? Were they... Anything that they... And only... Well, anything that they specifically have been working in, those 4? Possibly a new vein.
No, nothing new. As I was saying, it's hard to even start a new vein, but... I do believe the last Joe Lax was on a shift with Sam last time. The same day that Joe Lax was killed.
Do you have any magical personnel here?
A magic personnel. I have some abilities thanks to my previous life as a ranger, but most of the only real magic people that ever here are part of the doctor's team.
Have you felt any magical surges or heightened presence of magic in the area?
No, not really. I am a bit sensitive to the divine nature of magic, if you will, and it does seem to be a buzz ever since I stepped foot on this mountain or in the general vicinity of it. In fact, that's kind of what drew me here in the first place when I was out venturing.
Of divine magic, not arcana.
Oh, it's a little bit of both, honestly. I mean, I pull mine from nature itself, and nature is itself a divine.
Okay. We're gonna need to enter that mine.
Oh, absolutely. I see y'all have your helmets already.
Ding.
And you, sir, with the mining guild. I thought our inspection was last month. We thought we passed that.
Well, with the recent incidents, things have come up, and we would like to see what is going on. We want to make sure that, the miner's safety is the number one, most paramount thing that we focus on.
Oh,
We want
absolutely.
to make sure that regulations are being followed to the strictest letter.
Oh, absolutely. As I agree, I can't do any kind of mining without my employees, and I will do everything I can to keep them safe. But
Do you normally keep it this disorganized in here?
oh well, I have been mixing
Okay.
up the.
And I just start pretending to jot stuff down.
It does look disorganized. I do know where all of my my equipment and my items are. It is a mining office, and I am running the entire show here. I don't have a secretary or any assistants. But if you need any paperwork, I have what you need.
What's your standard equipment for mining the adamantine?
Our state equipment is magical +3 antimonine, magical antimonine pickaxes and shovels. There's the occasional explosive that we use, but again, the results are negligible at best most times because of the way the rock wants to move.
And what are those explosives?
We use either gunpowder sacks or explosive seeds compacted into a standard stick formation.
Okay.
Explosive seed.
Yeah, greatest thing ever.
Ray,
Yes.
what would the effects, and this would be an Arcana check, I'm sure. What would be the effects of a tear into the elemental plane of Earth be on the surrounding area? Would it say cause the Earth to resist being moved?
No.
I feel like you'd be dealing with a lot of stone golems and stuff like that.
Depends on where it's at.
Yeah.
If it's deep into the Earth.
Let's get an Arcana check from Greg to see what he knows about rips into the elemental planes.
If this was 35, knowledge planes.
Yep.
Dang it. That's a 13. 13.
13. You have done some looking into the planes, and you have encountered a rip in your time. You're very young in the collective. From what you kind of remember and kind of have pulled, your studies have brought you elsewhere. You don't think there'd be this attraction to the rip, because you think it would be more of that plane trying to get in.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, carry on. That was just a thought I had. Because we're thinking we have a rock that bites people, and
Nom, nom,
and
nom, nom, nom,
resists
nom,
its movement as if it's intelligent. Okay. Yeah, we just got to get in the mine. We got to see what's there.
All right. So he says, I have things I need to attend to here at the moment. Most of my miners are on their standard issue 30-minute lunch break. They're about 10 minutes in. He asks all your names, and he has these tags that he hands you. It's like, there's obviously the tag board at the entrance of the mine. Please put your tags as on into the mine, and you all feel free to go on in. Some people do prefer to eat their lunch down there. I do offer them the ability to come out and eat it at their leisure. He seems to be overcompensating about the rules. And I'm sure if you have any questions, let them know you're here on my behalf, and they will be more than glad to answer any questions you may have.
Do you have anything to help with dark vision?
There are ever-burning torches out the front. There are also some smaller ones you can attach to your helmet down by the tag-in poles.
Okay.
Well, I'll take a little one. I don't need it, but for Oog.
Okay.
Fook's his shadow. He doesn't need it either.
He doesn't like the dark.
He is the dark.
Yeah. But if there's no light, he can't cast a shadow, or I can't cast a shadow, and then he doesn't exist. And then that's bad.
An easy solution for this, and kind of pokes Cutter, who kind of starts because he was probably drifting off to sleep. Cutter's gonna cast Dancing Lights, and then Cutter's gonna cast the Light spell, all of which get amplified by being within 5 feet of him. So they all shed an additional 10 feet of bright light and dim light.
All right,
It's very bright in here.
You are quite the beacon of light.
You didn't need to do that in the office. You could have waited till we got into the tunnel.
Yes, but before we start taking their supplies.
Start calling you the
So you
Flasher.
can turn it off now.
Yeah. And it just kind of...
Cutter's species comes from dark caves and such. They are perfectly adapted to darkness and able to create light.
You could say I'm really bright.
I do have the ring of shooting stars,
That is a thing
too.
we could say.
At least you're bright about something.
Nookie, do you want my ring of shooting stars?
What's that do?
You can cast Fairy Fire, Ball Lightning, Dancing Lights, and Light.
Do I need to attune?
You should be.
Yeah.
I can't.
Ray, how far have I gotten on that device?
You're still working at it.
Okay.
Why don't you go back to your Rubik's Cube there, buddy?
All right. Sure, let's not ask the engineer to be paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
So you make your way towards the cave.
Cutter's steering Greg as Greg is putting pieces together.
Yeah, he's like standing on your shoulders and he's moving your head with his hands. You just kind of go where your head points. He does bring the light up in here, and you could swear you heard him whisper, "Let's get lit."
It gets better when he gets the daylight.
I need to go. That's my bedtime.
Just a little bit more here. So you spend So give me some investigation, perception, as you guys kind of poke around the cave.
Investigation. I would like Cutter to assist me on my investigation.
He does.
God damn, now I can't roll again.
20.
Woohoo! Rolled a 19 for a 22.
22, 20, 20, and 11. So you all kind of walk around, you up and down caverns, you look at things, people look at you, greet you. This looks like any regular mine that you have any experience with. You do notice that you don't kick up dust, you don't kick up rocks. In fact, you see someone trying to move a rock, and this rock itself looks like it's 10 pounds. But it looks like they are struggling to move like 100-pound rock. It does not want to move, and they're struggling. They're kind of straining to bring it over to them to put their food down on to eat.
I go over and I help him.
You do so, and it is tough. The rock does not want to leave its spot.
Are all the rocks like this?
Yeah, all of them are just like this. Even the gems and all the the adamantine and the gold don't even want to leave.
Detect magic.
Oh, yes.
Magic. Hold on, let me make sure I bring up I say the right ones. Schools of Magic. All right.
Magic.
So, boop. You get you get evocation, abjuration, transmutation, divination, and a little bit of conjuration.
And where is it?
It is everywhere.
Cool.
I would say evocation is the dullest of the ones.
Okay.
Which one's the strongest?
I was just gonna ask that.
Abjuration.
Sure.
Is that illusions?
Abjuration.
That's protective magic.
Protective.
Like shield and other cool and crazy stuff. It's like your bark skin necklace.
Ah, yeah.
School of Abjuration. Deliver us from evil.
Interesting.
So this is a plethora of magical influences.
It's a hot spot.
Divination's the weird one. Like, why is there divination here?
If it has anything to do with the Nith'Tharese, there could be a reason.
something that's being protected and something that's being watched.
Are we going in?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So you're in the mine, and this is what you get from all around you.
Do we want to head towards the strongest, the abjuration vibes? See what it's protecting?
Yeah.
Is that something that we could trace and follow, or is that one of those things where it's like it's too big to see?
It's just emanating from all around you. Paying attention to it, it feels stronger towards like the end, like the tips of the veins of where they go, as long as they're more going into the center of the mountain, like down and in. It's like slightly better, but it is
Like trying to know which way is up when you're in pitch black water.
yeah. It and in fact, it's it is disorienting.
That's all right. It only lasts for 10 minutes anyway.
What time of day is it now?
Must be like evening.
What time is it exactly?
What time is it exactly? It would be 3:47 p.m.
3:47 p.m. Oh, we didn't eat lunch.
It's time for second lunch or early dinner.
All right. Got the other miners that we can still talk to. Or we can try and venture deeper into the mine. Or that's something we can maybe save for the next day.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, it is getting kind of... do we want to be down there at night?
Low.
Before you all leave, roll me one final Arcana check while you're in the mines.
Okay. You know what? This tends to work better this way. Amy, rainbow, white,
20.
or brass?
Ooh, what? White and brass?
Oh, white or brass?
What did I do? The multicolor, the first one there.
Rainbow. Gotcha.
Rainbow. Agatha rolled a 13
13.
for Arcana.
Mason roll. Or I'm sorry, not Mason. Greg rolled a 16.
16? And what did Sarnuki get?
Natural 20 for a 23.
23.
Look at me, I'm Nucky. I rolled a natural 20.
So on your way out, like, it's starting to, like, your head's starting to buzz with the magic feels, and especially since you're focusing on it. Nookie, you get this innate sense that this is ancient, powerful magic. Like, it sinks into you that this is incredibly strong magic. Something in here is pulling a lot of magical power. And it's been here for an exceptionally long time.
So, for the first time, you actually see Nookie actually look a little concerned, and he just turns to you guys and goes, "We might need some real help here."
Agatha is definitely taken back by that from Nookie.
In what sense?
This is magic far beyond anything that anybody has seen in a very, very long time. There's a reason why we're maxed out at 9th level spells. And I have a feeling this is beyond that.
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
I would agree.
It's
But also, the magic field isn't our priority.
This is the kind of magic that can make my magic go crazy.
All right.
This is the kind of magic that if you do something wrong, you're disintegrated.
I understand, but our priority here, though, is to solve these murders. Now, this is worrisome, and it may be connected. But I think we should focus on the murders first and see if the connection leads back here to this magic, and then from there, we may need assistance.
It could be this magic that's causing the problems.
I understand that. I fully agree. In fact, there's
It can't be
definite
good.
possibility it may be connected.
Very
Well-
highly, I would say.
But I also think we should prioritize the murder. That's the reason why we're here. We're not here to do Nith'Thar's research. We're here to deal with these murders. It may very well lead back here, and if it does, then by all means, I agree. We should call in for assistance. But
I agree that we should absolutely focus on the murders before we go back into that mine. And then you see Nookie turn on his watch. Arrow?
Yes. How can I help you?
I'm putting in a formal request for all information on the Nether Scrolls, the Netherese, and the Netheril Empire.
That is restricted information.
Understood. I'm putting in a formal request for this information.
Okay. Please look at your watch and sign the appropriate papers as they come aboard. And you see like little flashes of things where you need to tap, and there's like eight pieces of paper.
Yeah, like, this should be disturbing to Greg, because this is the first time you see me actually following procedure for anything.
That should be a sign, Greg, that Nookie means business.
did Nookie get switched when we weren't looking? What if Nookie's the murderer?
I just think he's like actually nervous about this and is taking it seriously.
You know I can hear you guys. Also, if there's ever anything that could end the entire existence of everything, it's this magic.
So you guys actually venture on out of the cavern and of the mine, and you step outside, and it's dark out.
How long were we down there?
I check my little timer. What time is it?
The second you step out, you watch the clock go, and it is now 6:37 in the evening.
Were we abducted by
April
aliens?
is-
What's the matter, Greg?
There's some sort of temporal displacement. I'm just kind of glancing back in the mind. Time moved slower while we were in there.
No. Time probably stopped while we were in there.
What?
Standing by the tag out, is Carl. He's like, so you're all a little surprised it's dark out, huh?
Yes.
That actually gets better with time. The more you go into the cave, less and less time seems to pass for you till it's about normal.
How long has that been going on for? That doesn't seem right.
It's a normal part of the cave.
This might seem rude. How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 58.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I was waiting for a weird blown up number.
Telepathically, he wouldn't know if he was older than what he is. If time is skewed in there, if they've aged differently, he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
If we've aged differently, we wouldn't know. The only way to check would be to see how much time has passed outside of the cave.
Now I'm sure y'all.
Greg's eyes have like glassed over and he's zoned out. You have a feeling he's trying to figure out a way.
Now I'm sure y'all worried how much time's passed. It's only been a few hours. You went in there around 3. It's around 3:30. It's about 6:30. So only about 3 hours have passed out here. For you, I'm sure it was only about an hour or so. It's not a crazy time warp, and it, like I said, the more you go in, the better it gets. Myself, it doesn't even really affect me that much anymore.
So, ever since the mine opened up, this has always been a thing?
Absolutely.
Huh.
Telepathically, Hagatha, can you detect magic on him?
Yeah. I do the thing.
He's got a magical pickaxe on his hip. His necklace seems to be magical. You kind of look at it, and it's you get healing vibes from it. Other than that, there's nothing on him. No glows, no auras.
Weird. Yeah, I let Nookie know telepathically. Huh.
Well, if y'all are done with the mine, most everyone's down at the ale house down there. If you all want to go in and rest a little bit.
Did we already ask what they are actually mining in the mine?
Yeah, adamantine and gold, which is a rare combo.
Right. Okay. Do they have any weird attributes towards like time dilation type junk?
The materials themselves?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were like maybe used in some sort of weird ritualistic thing to explain the weirdness.
Right. So will y'all be joining me at the ale house this evening? I could probably introduce you to the 4 other survivors.
Yeah, I definitely need a drink. Right now, my brain just kind of...
All right. So, you start heading down on into town. You see the sheriff's office is dimly lit, but as you pass, there's no one's in it. Or the protector's office, I should say. There's no one in it. And then you, as you grace the very edge of like the town proper, you hear a blood-curdling scream coming from the far edge of town. Female voice. And that's where we'll pick up next week. So,
okay.
Thank you all for watching, and forgive us for our snafu at the beginning of tonight. But if you like what you saw, please like and follow us on Twitch and on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Email us at Pact Tactics. That's Pact with a T. And join us here next week, at 7-ish, for episode 30. Thank you all, and we'll see you Tuesday. Bye.